It's a big adventure for Frank Kalazinye from Malawi and Londiwe Kosa from South Africa to be in Berlin, away from their jobs back home in Africa.
Oh, it was a dream come true, and more especially for me, this was my first time to get out of our country. And of all places, coming to Berlin in Germany, it was one of the best things that has ever happened to me in my life.
They both work full-time back home, Frank for the tax office and Londiwe for the finance ministry. Here in Berlin, they're students once again, briefly, along with 36 Africans from 13 different countries. Their professors are teaching them a lot of new things.
One issue is taxation of cross-border transactions. Most of the students have not dealt with international tax questions before. It's the first time they hear about it. Those who are experts on corporate taxes have never had to worry about income tax issues.
How to tax people working in one country when they live in another. For ideas on how to improve the situation in Africa, Frank and his colleagues draw on European examples. It's important for them to change the perception of taxation among people back home. In many countries, the population considers taxes as a form of corruption or even theft.
I think that we need to make people understand what's happening with their tax money. I think from a government perspective, we need to start educating people in terms of how we're spending the money and where the money actually goes to, just to ensure that people who actually receive the money are actually spending it for the right cause.
Most of the people back home, they have a negative perception of taxation, and therefore, in the end, we have low compliance. They simply think taxes are just a form of government stealing from people. They do not appreciate the fact that taxes are for them.
Like the taxes that pay for the student dorm they're staying in. It's basic but sufficient for their brief sojourn. In a few months, they'll be returning to their jobs in Africa, and hopefully they can apply what they have learned.